This one simple logic could either impress your interviewer or end your Python interview early. Want to know what it is? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's Python interview question is, how do you check if a number is palindrome? So let's see what is a palindrome. A number is called a palindrome if it reads the same forwards and backwards. For example, 121, it's a palindrome. 123, it's not a palindrome because from the backwards it is 321. 1331, it's a palindrome because from backwards as well it is 1331. So we will solve this using two methods, that is using string manipulation. Second method is using math, no string conversion. So we will define one function. Define is palindrome str. We will take n as an input. Now we will return str of n. We are converting this number into a string and comparing with str of n the same number, but using the slicing method we will reverse the string. So as we have seen earlier, to reverse a string using slicing method, we specify two colons and -1. So this is the function which will take a number as an input and it will convert that number into a string and compare with the reverse of that string. If it is true, then it's palindrome, otherwise it's not palindrome. So let's call this function, call using print directly, is palindrome of string, and we'll say 121 and we'll call some other edge cases. 123, 1331. Let's run this. As you can see, in the first it is saying true, second is false, third is true. Now what will happen if we pass only one digit? Let's say we have passed 1 and so it is true. What if we pass negative values? So it says false. Now we will solve this palindrome without using strings by using math. So we'll define another function is palindrome of number and we'll take n as an input. Now we will take one variable to keep the original value and we'll assign the n, and the n value gets manipulated in the further code. So to compare the original value and the reverse value, we need to assign the n value to the original value and we'll say reverse equal to 0. Now we'll take the while loop. We are taking while loop because we don't know how many times this will be looped. So I will say this has to be looped till while n is greater than 0. Now we will extract the digits one by one from the n. So to extract a digit, we'll say digit equal to n modulus 10. So modulus operator will gives the remainder of the digit. So that is basically the last digit of a number. Now we'll take the reverse, which is initially 0, and say reverse multiplied by 10 plus the value of digit. After this extracting the last digit, now we'll reduce the n value to only, let's say we have 3 digits and we have extracted the last digit, so we have only 2 digits left. So we have to reduce the digit. So to reduce that, we'll use this n divided by 10. It will remove that last part and keeps the other two numbers. Now outside the loop, we'll just compare, return original equal to reverse. Now we'll just call this function using print is palindrome of number 121. So before executing, we'll see how this code works. So we have called this function and so the current n value is 121. The original value is also 121 here because we have assigned it as 121. Also reverse is 0 and n value is 121. Now in the first iteration, when it goes here, n is greater than 0. So n is 121, it is greater than 0. Now digits equal to n modulus 10. That is 121 modulus 10. That is nothing but 1. So now the reverse value will become reverse equal to 0. Initially the reverse value is 0 multiplied by 10 plus 1. So the reverse value currently is 1. The n value, that is 121 divided by 10, will become 12. So now the loop goes back whether it will check n is greater than 0. So the current n value is 12, and in the next iteration it will check 12 modulus 10, that is 2. Now the digit value is 2. Now here it will become 2 multiplied by 10 plus the digit value is 2. So that is 12. Now the n value will become 12 divided by 10. So the n value will become 1. So the n value is still greater than 0. Now in the third iteration it will check 1 modulus 10, that is 1. Now in the reverse it will become, reverse is 12 multiplied by 10 and adding the 1 value. So it will become 121. Now we'll check 1 divided by 10, that is nothing but the value 0. So now it checks while n is greater than 0. So n has become 0, and now it will check for original equal to reverse. So the original value is 121 and the current reverse value 121. So then it returns true. So now let's execute this. So you can see we got true. We'll see with some other examples. Let's say we'll say 1 2 3 2 1. So both are true. What if we use the single values inside? Let's say we say 0 and here we will say 7 and execute. So both are true. So this method doesn't work for negative numbers because reversing minus 121 gives 121, which doesn't match with minus 121. So if we say minus 121 and execute, so this will give false because it's not true. And that's how you check if a number is a palindrome in two different ways. Always mention both approaches, using strings, easy and readable, and math, more optimized, no extra space. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Python interview content, and drop a comment with the next problem you want to explain. Happy coding!